Hello again, how are we doing? It is Gavin from Lucid Computer Solutions, and I'm here once again with a very quick laptop review. And it is of this beauty. This is a HP ProBook 635 Aero. Now, don't ask me what the Aero stands for, or not stands for, what the Aero bit means. I'm not actually quite sure. I think it's just to make it sound cool. So yeah, HP ProBook 635 Aero. So this is a 13-inch HP laptop. The ProBook laptops, which is what this is, are always, in my opinion, of very good build quality, very solid, very reliable. They're excellent for business across the whole range, the 13-inch ones, the 14-inch ones, the 15-inch ones. And this laptop is exactly that. It's exactly what I'd expect of a ProBook. The build quality is rock solid. It feels very nice. With this one being a 13-inch laptop, it's very thin and light. So all of those things are come to be expected of this type of laptop. So what do we have spec-wise here? So spec-wise, it is a AMD Ryzen 5 processor in this particular one. It's got it's got the AMD processor. That also means it has the Radeon graphics. It has a 13.3-inch screen. It's got 8 gig of RAM. It's got a 256 gigabyte SSD hard drive in it, and it comes, wait for it, with Windows 10 Pro pre-installed. So the only disappointing in all of them specs there, so just again summarising very quickly though, in terms of the hardware spec for your average business user of this type of laptop, it's more than adequate. The Ryzen 5 processor will be super quick, 8 gig of RAM. Whilst that is the minimum requirement, it's plenty for most people. 256 gigabyte of storage is plenty for most people. So all them things are great. It does come preloaded with Windows 10 Pro though. So why do I find that amusing? Because now, as we sit here in April 2023, it needs to be Windows 11. Now, the good news is you get it out the box, you start it up, and you can upgrade it for free straight to Windows 11 Professional, which is exactly what we did with this particular laptop. So it's not the end of the world. It's just something to be aware of when you get it out the box, that it actually comes with Windows 10 Professional, but you can upgrade it straight to Windows 11 Professional, which I strongly advise that you do. So what else can I tell you about this laptop? So with it being a 13-inch laptop, the keyboard doesn't have the number pad on the side, is the very first observation there. So if you're an accountant or you work in finance, or simply the number pad is important to you, it isn't present on this laptop. The keyboard overall is a decent typing experience. It's nicely spaced. It's the tile keys. There's a decent amount of travel of them. So it's a decent everyday keyboard, in my opinion. Touchpad is also of a decent size. If I hold it up, you can see there. Then what else do we have on the laptop? Like I said, with it being a 13-inch laptop, it is quite thin. I know it's hard to put into context these things on video, but it is quite a thin laptop. So on this side, what do we have? We have our HDMI port for connecting a monitor. We've got our USB Type-C port, and we've got our charging port as well there. Now, one thing to note, the charger which came with this is actually a USB Type-C charger. So so bear that in mind. It does have the additional kind of dedicated charging point here, but it comes with a USB Type-C charger. Over on this side, we simply have a couple of USB ports and an audio jack port as well. So connectivity wise, it's minimal, is what I would say. It's not stacked with plentiful ports. If you're somebody who's looking for a laptop to use out and about, traveling, not connecting it up to additional things, that may be not a problem. And because it is small and light, that's why it lacks connectivity as well. For me personally, and it is my personal opinion, I would have liked to have seen an Ethernet port, because I'm a bit of a geek and I love an Ethernet port. Now I understand why it's missing on this laptop because it's small and it's light, and adding in an Ethernet port would make it thicker. I fully understand why it's not there. But for me, in terms of what I do and what I would like to see, I would like to see an Ethernet port. So yeah, I mean, it is a little lacking in connectivity. Might be a problem for some people, probably isn't a problem for a lot of people. As I already touched on at the start of the video, with it being HP, the build quality is really good. The lid here, it is made of a plastic, but it's a nice plastic. It's soft and smooth to touch. It's certainly not what I would deem to be a cheap plastic. It's of decent build quality, as I would fully expect. So, how much is this laptop going to cost you? Now, as ever, big disclaimer with the videos here is how much does it cost at the time of filming is what's important. So as this stands on the day of filming in April 2023, this laptop is around about £600. So what do I think in terms of paying £600 for this laptop? I think that's a pretty good price. I think for the spec of it, the build quality, the thin and lightness to it, I think for a lot of businesses, £600 for a laptop of this quality makes sense. Personally, for me, if I was spending £600, I would want an Ethernet port, but that's me being very pedantic and very picky and very specific to me as well, because I like to plug things into an Ethernet port. But for most people, for most businesses, £600 for this laptop, I think is a fair price. You might be able to get something a little better for £600, but you'll struggle to get anything worse for £600. So if £600 is your budget, this is probably in your top 5 or so that you're going to pick from. So yeah, decent value, good for businesses, nice solid business all-rounder. That is the HP ProBook 635 Aero. So I'm going to draw this video to a conclusion. Please do smash that like button for me. If this video has been useful or helpful in any way, please do comment on the video. I do try and read them and get back to people with any questions or comments. Please do put them there. And all the links are down below to connect in with me on other channels such as Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn. So that's been me, Gavin, from Lucid Computer Solutions. Don't forget to subscribe as well. See you on the next video. Bye-bye.